What's up, folks? I'm back here today. Now I'm posting another video, a second late video tonight, because my first video obviously had all those audio mishaps, which is unfortunate, but unfortunately I can't put it in my video editor and fix it. Everybody's audio track is the same, but I decided to post a second video, worry not. So today I have my Sun and Moon Premier League Week 3 battle. So yes, this is my third battle already. I decided to play Sun and Moon, aka Gen 7 NU this week instead of OU. I told my manager that, like I told you before, I am a multifaceted beast, a talented unicorn. Truly I am. So I told him that, you know, while I love OU, every now and then I need to be put in a different tier. So we're now in NU. I told him I had to brush up on my lower tier knowledge, use some of the Pokemon with base stat total 12, and now here we are. So I'm playing this guy MJ. He got a pretty offensive team, I got a pretty offensive team, but mine is just a little bit better because we have some real strong mons. See, his strong mons, they're kind of strong, like Magmortar and Passimian, but see, every now and then you play a lower tier and there's a mon that's obviously should not be in this tier. In this tier, it's Vikavolt. I don't even play this shit, and I can tell you Vikavolt shouldn't be here because it has 145 base special attack. It's just very clear to me. But either way, let's get right into it. Before I go any further, I do got to say, of course, the Legends 2022 merch is live. It is only going to be here for 2 more weeks. It's already been a full week since the release. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Go check that out. Like I said before, my favorite piece is the white Palms Day hoodie in blue. So go get that if you haven't already and you need something you want to pick up. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for showing support, and let's get right back into it. So yes, I got my Gen 7 NU game, so I wanted to play it. I'm playing versus MJ. I have not heard of this guy before, or like player. I haven't played him before, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But either way, I always just assume my opponent's pretty decent. So turn 1, I lead off with Passimian as he leads off with Passimian too. Now Passimian is usually Choice Scarf in NU. Now I stay in, I go for close combat turn 1. I expected him to also be Scarfed, and I expected him to go for the knockoff or the U-turn. Now, the reason I went for CC turn 1 is because I assumed he was either going to A, stay in a knockoff, or B, U-turn into Blastoise. I did not think he would want to risk his Xatu turn 1. Similarly, I thought that he would just expect me to go into my Xatu, so I'm going to go for CC. I have a full switch in, being Vikavolt, but I figured CC is just better. The reason I CC'd is because most of the time people would not click this turn 1. They always U-turn or knockoff. People always want to go for the support play turn 1 with their Scarfer, especially if they let off with it. And for that reason, I was like, I kind of want to CC just because he won't expect it, and it'll also shift the momentum for the remainder of the game. If I go for CC turn 1, he's going to be pretty confused as to why I close combat at turn 1 when it's risking a speed tie. It's going for CC when he has a Xatu. It's revealing my Scarf. Like it's all these different things that going for CC turn 1 does, which is why I went for the move. It just sets the pace of the battle. So I win the speed tie, which doesn't actually make a difference. If anything, it's worse for me because I take more from the knockoff because I'm -1, but it doesn't truly make any difference whatsoever. He knocks off my Scarf, which is perfect because now I'm free to switch up my move. I'm very certain he's choiced. They're all choiced. He switches into his Xatu here. Now, because he knocked off my Choice Scarf, I'm able to go for a knockoff on the switch. It does 58%, which is really good damage. I get hit by the helmet. Now my Passimian has Rock Slide. Now Rock Slide is 75 base power, while knockoff, super effective when the opponent's holding an item, is about 195 base power. So that means knockoff is about 30% stronger. So if you do the math, that means Rock Slide is about like 43-44%. So for that reason, I knew that Rock Slide was going to be able to knock this thing out at this range, and that's perfect because he's going to knock out his basically his #1 fighting resist very early on, and that's super good for me. So he brings back in his Passimian here. I need to keep my Passimian. Like I said, he just sacked his Xatu. I'm not Scarfed anymore, but it doesn't matter. Like, his team gets smashed by CC still, and I'm faster than everybody besides Passimian. And Mag could be faster, but I can find my way around Mag. Magmortar was really the only threat on his team looking back at it, because it could actually Magmortar killed everybody. That shit is a pretty good threat. Anyway, I bring his out here as he brings in his Steelix. I U-turn out of there and I bring in my Incineroar. Get the Intimidate off. I just U-turn out again because obviously Incineroar cannot one-hit KO Steelix anyway, and we don't want to have to worry about that. Well, U-turn out as he brings in his Blastoise. My alternative play would have just been to knockoff, but either way, I'm always going to U-turn on the Steelix because I have a free Xatu. I now bring in Vikavolt. Now, the reason I brought this thing in is because it's able to one-hit KO Blastoise and it'll scare it out. I could have the potential Specs Energy Ball, which is why I went for Thunderbolt, just in case he wanted to bring in Magmortar, which is a really crazy play, considering Magmortar is an amazing Pokemon for him to keep. But either way, I just wanted to be careful. Now here, because he has the Steelix out versus my Vikavolt, the best thing he can do is what? What does Steelix run? Like Heavy Slam, Toxic, Stealth Rock. He's not Stealth Rocking. Like, he'll never Stealth Rock. because he has a Magmortar and a Abomasnow. He doesn't want to have to force in his Blastoise and go for Spin, because that's just going to let my Vikavolt back in. So for that reason, I go for Bug Buzz, expecting him just to bring in the Abomasnow on the double and try and catch my Xatu. And it works out perfectly. It would have worked too if he went into something like Magmortar. Damage is damage, but either way, works out absolutely amazing. He is just going to sack his Abomasnow on the switch, and I'm able to catch that. That's the reason I like Xatu so much, because it forces opponents into these mind games that they wouldn't normally want to have to play, of course. So I bring an Incineroar here on the Fire Blast. It does about 24% as he gets hit by Sand. Now here he's going to go for the Z Fighting, Z Focus Blast, and just knock my shit out. I'll be honest, I didn't expect this. I haven't used Magmortar. I really didn't consider what Magmortar could be. I didn't even know Magmortar's stats. I didn't know this boy had 291 speed, like a high ass. I knew he had high ass special attack because I used him in OU before, but I forgot completely. So I bring up Passimian here. I'm not Scarf anymore, but I guess maybe he's modest or some shit, or we both forgot that I'm not Scarfed anymore. Either way, I thought I was Scarfed, which is why I brought this in. Literally, I'm almost certain that's why I brought this in. And then the fact that I hard switch here, yeah, confirms that I forgot I was not Scarfed anymore. I bring in size, yeah, I didn't U-turn, I hard switched. I go into Seismitoad here on Toxic. I miss, which is actually annoying for him, because I'm Mystic Water, not Leftovers. But either way, I'm going to take advantage of him missing and bring in Xatu, because I was like, oh, I don't want to get my Seismitoad Toxic. I just didn't want my Seismitoad Toxic for the Steelix. I knew the Magmortar has HP Grass. They all have HP Grass. They have had it since Gen 5, because there's always some stupid shit in the tier, like Quagsire or Gastro or something that this thing needs HP Grass for, and this time it's Seismitoad. So there I go for the Nightshade into U-turn, bring in Toad on the Scald, I believe. Works out well for me, but again, it only really worked out because he missed his first Toxic, which is, you know, that's annoying for sure. I hate missing a Toxic, which is why I can sympathize with that. Anyway, on max special attack, I go for Earth Power, knock his ass out, as now he's going to bring in his Magmortar. I'm max, like, I'm no bulk. I'm max special attack. I have speed too, but I don't have any bulk. Yeah, I think I'm just max attack, max speed, modest. But he only does 99%. Shout out to Hidden Power being weaker in this generation. I'm going to do 88% back with Earth Power, clean him up. In comes Passimian again. I'm going to bring in my Silvally Steel as a sack. I do have the Flamethrower, so I can sack this. And also if he brings in Steelix, at least I can apply pressure with the Flamethrower. I am just going to go for it here. I figured that I'll just get Chip, put this thing in CC, and then there's no move that his Scarf Passimian can lock itself into that'll, you know, win him the game 100%. I just keep spamming Flamethrower here, because like I said, if he goes for rocks, it really doesn't make a difference. Passimian will just come in afterwards and kill this thing. I just have to get it weakened. And now I'm going to bring in the Seismitoad. Bring that boy in at his 1 HP. He is the Toxic Dodger. He is the Toxic Dodger. That's what we'll call Seismitoad, the Toxic Dodger. He comes in, he dodges the Toxic. Passimian comes in to finish me off with Knockoff, but fortunately, I do have my Z move Vikavolt in the back, which is bulky enough, obviously, to take every hit from Passimian. Gonna go for Knockoff, does only 26%, and then I'm gonna go for the Z HP Bug, or whatever this is. Z HP Bug, sorry, the Z Bug Buzz, and I'm gonna knock him out there. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Pretty good game, pretty close. I definitely got lucky with the Toxic miss, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with how I played. Xatu and some of the other stuff put me in a good position. Prediction-wise, it gave me like a upper footing pretty early on. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Go check out the Legends 2022 merch as always. I'm going to be streaming later probably. Go leave a big like. More tournament content on the way. Let me know what you guys thought. And yeah, peace.